I'm going to call to order the open meeting for the New York State Athletic Commission. For the record, today is May 1st, 2013, and it is 11:12 a.m. Present with us is Commissioner Eddie Torres, Commissioner Tom Santino, Tony Giardina from the Department of State, David Mossberg, Legal from the Department of State, Barry Jordan, Dr. Barry Jordan, who is our Chief Medical Officer. I just handed you some papers that were not included in your package that you got initially. So when we get to that point, you can take a moment to look over everything, okay?
Right.
So we're going to move right along, and you were given in your package minutes from the last meeting.
That's correct.
You have them? Okay. Do you need a moment, last minute, to look them over?
No, we looked. I don't know.
Okay, great. Then I would like to make a motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting.
Second the motion.
Thank you.
Commissioner Torres?
Yes.
Okay, now we're going to discuss the Commission Policy and Procedure Manual.
Yes.
And yes, and Dave is going to take care of that, and then after that we'll make a motion to approve our updated gloving procedure, but we need to.
Right. Just by way of background, for some time the Commission and staff have been working on reviewing many of its policies that many of which have been long-standing and implemented by the Commission for many years, but over time just have never been memorialized into any sort of written document for members of the public and for staff as instructional documents for their own use, or for the Commission's use rather. So as the Commission has been working on evaluating and reviewing these, and the goal is to create one sort of comprehensive manual which memorializes these policies, many of which from time to time will need to be updated or clarified or voted on again as new developments occur in the area of boxing, or as the Commission finds necessary and appropriate. In line with the Commission's ongoing review of its policy revisions and creating of these documents, one of the areas that we're ready to discuss today for the Commission consideration is an updating and memorialization of one of its long-standing policies, which is with respect to the types of gloves used at Commission's events. It's been the long-standing policy that certain types of gloves have been acceptable for Commission use. However, they've never been, written down anywhere for promoters or people coming into the state, or even the inspectors or deputy commissioners to know. So one of the things that we've done is we've prepared a list, which all the commissioners should have been provided with, which describes the make, model, brand, style, size of gloves. Included in that, as you'll see, is the Everlast brands, Fuel brand, Grant brand, Reyes brand, and two styles of the rival brand. So one of the items on the agenda today is to approve those long used brand, model, style of gloves, and then the Commission will also post that list, and has actually posted it already on the Commission's website, so that anyone interested in boxing New York will know about it. In addition to that, what we wanted to do, or the Commission sort of update its policy on how those gloves actually get to be on the list. So one of the reviews that we've sort of undertaken was to state as a new policy, a new explanation of the policy, is that going forward, boxers or camps or any individuals who wish to use gloves which are not previously supplied by the promoter they'll need to bring those gloves to the weigh-in. That is a updated new policy of the commission, at which point the gloves will then be shown to commission, the members of the commission then present, to confirm that the gloves being offered are of a make, brand, model, size approved by the commission, and that they also need to be new in the manufacturer's seal, whereas the old policy was that it could be in new like condition. This is sort of a clarification that it needs to be new in the original manufacturer's seal, at which point, the policy would be then to allow the opponent just to observe and confirm that gloves are being offered which are in fact new, they're still in the manufacturer's seal, and that they are on the list of gloves which brand, model, size, and are approved by the commission. Right. Another component of it is to ensure that that list of the available gloves is available for any member of the public or commission staff at the weigh-ins, at the venues, and it's already going to be posted on the website, so everyone will have this information. Keeping also in line with that, to memorialize, again, the commission's longstanding policy, is that the commission has developed bulletins to its staff, its commissioners, its deputy commissioners, and inspectors, instructing them, again, of the policy, the new policy, and the longstanding policy regarding the gloving and also the wrapping, so that the inspectors and the deputy commissioners will be advised appropriately of what the commission's rules is with respect to the gloves, and then they will also be instructed annually on this policy. So at any time, if there's an addition to a glove, make, model, size, or brand, obviously the list will be updated. The instructions will go out to the commissioners, deputy commissioners, inspectors, and then at the annual or whenever there's a training seminar, the commission will now obtain acknowledgments from the inspectors, sort of a written confirmation that they're aware of the policy that's been implemented. They are understanding of their obligations with respect to the wrappings, with respect to the type of gloves which are used, and how those gloves may be used at an event. And again, the majority of these policies are long-standing. It's just never been memorialized. So as an effort to provide more openness to the public and also for instruction, that's what the commission is seeking to do at this time. So currently the only policy, or the policy that's ready to be voted on today, is the policy with respect to the gloves and the wraps and everything that I had just explained.
Thank you, Dave. At this point, I make a motion, or I'll move to enter into executive discussion so that we could, executive session, so that we can discuss
Well, first there should be a vote on
okay.
to adopt the gloving policies that I just explained.
Okay, great.
So does anyone make a motion to?
I just have a question.
Sure.
I'm familiar with Everlast, the Mexican, the regular Everlast,
The 1910.
the Grant, and Cleto Reyes. Obviously, it's popular. I don't know about Fuel. I don't remember seeing them. I probably saw them just in passing, but I'm not up and familiar with them. And I'm not familiar with the RFX Guerrero, either Guerrero brand. Just not familiar with them. Because I don't see them often. My only concern would be the high lacing or whatever, or not high. I don't know.
There are no high lacing.
That's
They're all
fine.
made the same.
Right.
Yeah, they're standard.
Are they standard like the Everlast? Then?
Yeah.
They are
Okay.
standard. Yes,
I'm just
they
not
are.
familiar with them. All right, fine.
They are standard.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's no difference. They're all.
No.
Okay.
So move to memorialize.
Let's
Yeah.
move to
Okay, so
memorialize.
Dick Sawyer, you're making the
Yeah.
motion?
Brevity is the soul of witness. Is that what they say?
Approved. And who seconded it?
I do.
No, you made the motion.
All right.
Anyone
I
second?
second it.
Okay.
All right.
And Commissioner Santino?
As a result of hearing that they're the same, I approve.
Okay.
Okay, and now that it has been approved, And second, I move to enter into executive session to discuss the employment history of particular persons, including candidate for deputy commissioner's appointment and an inspector's appointment, subject to our hiring rules.
Who in particular?
Well, that we could get into
In
executive session.
executive session,
Oh, okay.
we'll let you know.
And then also for the, is there also going to be a motion to move in
Yes, I'm going to make a
simultaneously?
motion to discuss the evidence and render an opinion in the matter of SAC v. Daniels.
Is that motion seconded?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You guys unbelievable.
Okay, so if you'll hold on, I'll just turn off the recording.
Just take a vote on the motion.
There was a vote.
Was it on the-
Yes.
Yes. Okay, the time now is 11:33. Thank you, PM.
AM.
And the commission has voted. To ratify the appointment of Keith Sullivan. The vote was unanimous as deputy commissioner. The commission has voted to confirm the appointment of Monty Barrett as an inspector that is subject to our department's hiring rules. The vote was unanimous. And the commission has unanimously approved the decision of Judge Roger Snyder in the Sack v. Daniels case. At this time, I'm going to turn the session over to our Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Barry Jordan. Dr. Jordan?
Thank you. So next agenda on the meeting is discussion of substance abuse policies. Currently, it is the State Athletic Commission's policy to conduct drug testing at the time of competition, either before the bout or after the bout or both. There's been an increasing trend for boxers to have third-party testing for drugs. And we don't have a policy in place regarding that. Some of the difficulties revolve around the fact that when these boxers decide to have this third-party testing, it's usually a contract between the promoter and the agency doing the testing. And we're sort of out of the loop. So we have to develop a policy how to obtain these results. It was the opinion of the Medical Advisory Board that it is important for us to have this knowledge. The other issue regarding substance abuse policies is the therapeutic use exemption. There are some medications that boxers have to take for medical reasons, and we need to adopt a formal policy determining how to work with these individuals that are on medications.
Right. And one thing that I would just point out is with, for example, respecting of the gloving policy, at a future date, the commission will hopefully will have the policy finalized so that it's in a manner which can be presented to the commission for formal adoption, but it would include possibly reviewing the current policies the commission has already in place for PEDs, and also looking to determine if they should be updated and how they would include the out-of-competition drug testings that Dr. Jordan just mentioned, which the Medical Advisory Board determined could have some medical relevance to the fighter, and that was at their last meeting, which occurred on January 16th of this year. So we're developing the policies currently to address the new issues and to see, where the older issues should be updated and to include new things like out of competition and the therapeutic use. So there's no vote on it now. It's just more of for the commission's information that the staff is working on addressing this new matter, and hopefully we'll be able to present a written policy for you. And again, it's the hope that the policy, in the spirit of openness, will also be posted on the website for boxers and the general public, so that they know how out-of-competition drug testing and everything else works in New York.
Very good. Mm-hmm. What's the anticipated chronology of that? What is?
Well, that, I guess, Judge Torres could. One of the items on the agenda is discussing when the next commission open meetings are.
Right.
There's 2 possible dates.
Right.
So hopefully
Presumably by then. Okay.
we will do our best.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay. Any old business that anyone wishes to discuss? The only thing that I would like to discuss would be the educational medical pamphlets, which is sort of old business, and I'd like us to continue to try and work on that. I think it's important and useful, and so when we have the next MAB meeting, that we would bring that up again to the doctors. I know that there's a planned medical symposium, and that's planned for when, Dr. Jordan?
June 15th.
June 15th, okay. Medical symposium planned for June 15th. Certainly everybody will get some information about that. And I'd like to have something, at least, you can give me something, and I can post it and we can print it. So if I have something about nutrition, I can post that online and I can print that. We don't need everything at the same time, but if you can get one thing at a time, paragraph, whatever, electrolytes, hydration, dehydration, things of that nature. So keep that in mind for me, please. That's the only thing about any old business. In the new business, then we're going to discuss the next date that we're going to possibly meet. And those two possible dates, Dave, were?
Either July 24 or July 31st for the first scheduled meeting. And then after that, either 10/23 or 10/30. That was provided in the letters that went out to the commissioners in advance of the meeting.
I have that. Good. I have that. Okay. Do you want to make that choice now?
What days
We can
of
set
the
that
week
up.
are these?
Those are
They're
both
all
Wednesdays, right?
All
Yeah.
the dates are Wednesdays.
July 24th is fine.
It's okay by me.
Me too. I'm good with July 24th, so that would be the first one. October 30th or October 23rd. I think October 23rd might be a better choice.
Okay.
Okay.
October 23rd, you said?
Yes.
Okay, fine. That's fine.
What about you, Doc?
That's good.
Wednesday? Okay.
Okay, so just to confirm, and we could send out a letter just to confirm, but it's July 24th for the next one.
Yes.
Right.
And then following that, it'll be October 23.
Yes.
That's correct.
Okay.
And I would just like to, we've had several new venues, lovely venues that are attractive, bringing more fighting, more boxing to, about a year ago, I had a meeting with the county executives in White Plains to discuss methods or ways to offer prospective promoters incentives to bring boxing back to the area. And it must have worked because our first boxing show in White Plains at the Westchester County Center in maybe 7 years is going to take place on May 24th. And that's certainly, I think that's, everybody up there, they're really excited about the whole concept of bringing boxing back to the area. We've had the Barclays Center to open up in Brooklyn, and that's been phenomenal success. Resorts Casino at Aqueduct Raceway, that's also a lovely, lovely venue, and the fights there have been awesome. We've had 8 boxing events since January. We have 17 currently on our schedule, so we're averaging almost a fight a week. We're on a roll. We had 78 wrestling events since January. Our NISAC webpage has been updated. It's beautiful. It's alive. It's great, and we have to thank the public officers, Laz Benitez, excuse me, and Edison Albans, and the executive assistant to the Secretary of State, Bronce Matos Perez, for this artistic and informative site. Bronce has become, in addition to everything else, a photographer, and it's lovely. So take a look at it. It's your website. It's great, and that's the website that I want to put the medical information on. And I just wanted to say that the staff at NISAC is incredible. That the workload has increased, and there aren't very many of us, but they're on it. And I just want to make note that they are incredible. So without them, the department wouldn't run.
Right.
And it's just a shout out for them. And if there is no further business, does anyone else have anything to? No? Okay, then if there is no further business, then I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I second.
Okay. I third, if you will. So be it.
So be it.
Okay, that closes the meeting for the Athletic Commission on May 1st, 2013. Thank you.
Thank you.
They made